riding through pristine nature mounted on gentle equines and experiencing boundless freedom. Is being a horse tour guide in Iceland Europe's best job? We're here to do a reality check. A riding tour guide shows us what it really means to do this job. At the end, she'll give us a rating. Is this job really a 10 out of 10?
Hi, my name is Elisa and I'm currently a tour guide here in Iceland for horse riding tours. I've been riding Icelandic horses my whole life, so it was a very easy choice for me to pick Iceland and to come here.
Elisa moved from Germany to Iceland on her own at 18 after finishing high school. What was to be a short summer job turned into a 4-year stay. Ishöster Horse Centre near Reykjavik is her 4th employer. Her workday starts at 9 with saddling and preparing some of the farm's 200 horses, those that will be working today.
We have 45 minutes usually to get them all ready. So yeah, it can be quite busy if it's a lot of horses we have to get ready.
Summer is the peak season. Many guides are seasonal workers from abroad. Most of them are women. Elisa leads tours year-round, in any weather. She usually works 15 days a month and is a permanent employee. You don't undergo any special training to become a tour guide, but you do need to meet certain minimum requirements.
All right, have a good ride. First of all, it's very important that you are a very good rider, because usually guides get to ride more difficult horses than guests do. Of course, you have to speak English so that you can communicate with tourists from all over the world. And then you just have to be a very open person.
You don't necessarily need to know Icelandic. Applicants from the European Economic Area can work in Iceland without a visa. Those from other countries need a work permit.
You guys can start following me in one line.
Tours can last from 2 hours to several days. Tour guides set the route and pace along the way, keeping watch on the whole group and making sure everyone is safe.
You guys want to try to stay on the right side of the riding trail, please?
Taking photos is another of Elisa's tasks. Often she finds working with people just as challenging as working with horses.
Crazy. Try to lean back. Yeah, there we go.
There's always going to be some beginners who are having trouble making the horse go faster. Can be because of the horses, can be because of the rider, or sometimes both. So that can be challenging, or generally if people don't have the balance that they need, or if they were a bit overconfident.
These small, sturdy horses are Iceland's only equine breed. They are good-natured and easy to ride, even for beginners. Many tourists come here just to see them. The horses are part of Iceland's cultural heritage, sure-footed and perfect for exploring the rugged terrain. Their ancestors came to Iceland with the Vikings. Today, there are around 90,000 of them across the country.
Each corner looks a bit different because it keeps changing colors with the seasons, and you can sometimes spot an Arctic fox, and I just think generally lava fields are super fascinating.
After leading 2 riding tours, Elisa has yet more work to do today, caring for the horses. She doesn't mind cleaning stalls and tidying up, but does see other downsides to her job.
I mean, I'm 22 now and I already have back problems, and they're definitely not going to improve if I keep riding 6 hours every day. And one big downside, and I think that's how it is with horse jobs all over the world, you get very little money for the work you do. With horses, you're not getting paid a lot of money. That's just how it is. So you need to have a lot of passion for the job to do it, because you're definitely not in it for the money here.
Full-time guides earn just under 500,000 Icelandic krona, or $4,100 per month, in one of Europe's most expensive countries. Time for a rating. Passion for horses, beautiful surroundings, unpredictable guests, little money, and health issues. Is this really such a dream job?
Working as a guide is some sort of dream job for me, because I just love riding horses all day long and getting paid for that. For me, it has more good sides than it has bad sides, but it's definitely not the perfect job. So I would say it's like an 8 out of 10.
How about you? How many points would you give the horse guy dream job after our reality check?